Hey rock stars, welcome back to Metaphysical Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. Off to a good start because smoke is cleared. We can breathe again. Oh my gosh, it was awful, awful, awful. So before we get started, I want to remind you that Tuesday, tomorrow, is our 420 contest, next 420 contest. And if you're not familiar with what that is, at 420, on the fourth Friday of every Tuesday, I hold up a rock and you have to guess what it is, and out of all the correct guesses, you can win the stone. I pick a random person to win that particular stone. It's a lot of fun. Put it on your calendar if it's not already, because you can win. It's always fun to win stuff, right? So let's see if I forgot anything about that. It's just another way of getting stoned at the fossil cartel. So I've been thinking recently about how this whole year has been an upheaval, right? Huge upheaval, massive upheaval. It's like an initiation, right? Almost. Hi, Susan. So, yeah, and it's been difficult. There's been a lot of suffering, a lot of fear, a lot of disorientation, a lot of loss and grief. It's been intense, and I was thinking about how it's really because of our egos that we suffer, you know? If we tap into, we know our higher selves, our soul, our bigger selves, those are untouchable. They'll always be there, and they won't get affected by whatever happens, you know? They're bigger than we are. And even though because we have egos, we get attached to things because of our egos. We get attached to our lives, we get attached to everything we own, we get attached to people, we get attached to the earth. I'm personally very attached to everything. My life, my family, my home, my city, my country, my earth, you know, everything. And if we want to step out of that suffering, we have to tap back into the inner essence, our souls, our spirits, you know, because everything is energy. And if this earth gets completely ruined, which we're headed that way, you know, we're not going to just disappear. We might disappear in this form, but energy never goes away. It just changes form. So as crazy as all of that is, I thought it would be good to focus on that, and that's what our meditation was this morning, and we'll do that again on Friday. But I talked about, like, it's an initiation, you know. A lot of us are on the journey, the spiritual journey. I've been reading this book, Awakening the Heroes Within, 12 Archetypes to Help Us Find Ourselves and Transform Our World. It's based on Joseph Campbell's work about the journey and being a hero. And a couple weeks ago I talked about the warrior and being a warrior, and that's one of the archetypes that lead up to becoming a hero. So it's basically like becoming completely self-actualized. And I just want to read you this passage because it's connected to what I'm talking about now. And that is, where'd it go? Here it is. Sorry about that. Put the bookmark in the wrong place. The hero's journey is an initiation into the realities of the soul journey. The journey requires us to establish and then let go of control over our lives, to put aside our horror at confronting death, pain, and loss, to experience life's wholeness. To do this, we must expand our ego's narrow view. We must let go of sentiment, safety, and predictability, and even our concern with physical safety, effectiveness, and virtue. In doing so, we move out of the dualisms of good, bad, me, you, us, them, light, dark, right, wrong, and into a world of paradox. The morality of the journey is demanding and absolute, but it is a different morality than the ego's. Our normal ego consciousness wants to be immortal, to be safe from all suffering, to be successful, prosperous, loved. Above all, the ego wants the world to make sense. The journey requires us to put all these desires aside and see the soul's truth. The essence of life is mystery. That's the soul's truth, that the essence of life is mystery. And it sure is a mystery what we're going through right now. You know, who knows what's going to happen? I mean, hopefully everything will get better, but it's possible we'll still be suffering, unfortunately. So, as sad as that sounds, if we are able to tap into our higher selves, our higher consciousness, we'll make it through. We'll be able to thrive and survive. So, that being said, I have some stones here that can help us with that. They are stones that will connect us to our higher consciousnesses. So for instance, we have Danburite. Danburite is a really rare crystal. It's not quartz. It's clear like quartz, but it's got a different shape. It's got kind of like a spade-like point. It was originally found in Danbury, Connecticut, and now it comes from Mexico. Actually, my first husband, who I started the business with, was the first one to, thanks Susan, hi Vicki, thank you. Hi Donzel, Donzel's actually here in the store right now. He was the first one to import Danbrite into the States, and then I went down with him to Mexico to bring back more. So we have a really good stock of Danbrite right now, really good quality. There's some nice crystals in here, and I'll tell you in a minute more about it, but they're really nice and clear, good price. Let's see this little guy here. So Danbrite is an excellent stone for facilitating deep change and for leaving the planet behind. It can act as a karmic cleanser, releasing mental imperatives that have been carried forward. It starts the soul off on a new direction. Hi, Katie. Placed by the bedside, this crystal can accompany the dying on their journey beyond death, enabling a conscious spiritual transition to take place. I lost my, hang on a second. Okay. Spiritually, Danburite stimulates the third eye, the crown, and the higher crown chakras, opening these up to the 14th level. So most of us are familiar with the chakras, right? And then the crown chakras up here. There's actually other chakras even higher than that. It aligns the heart chakra to those higher crown chakras, promotes ease and changes recalcitrant attitudes, bringing peace of mind and patience. And we have a few other crystal pendants. Very, very powerful. I've heard it be called a shaman stone. Here's one with blue topaz on the top. Oops, got the string all over it. So that's Danburite, very, very powerful crystal. And then we've got Phenokite, which Phenokite usually doesn't look like much. In fact, it just kind of looks like a little pebble. I have a good stock of it, but for instance, here's what Phenokite looks like. Like, these are just little pieces. It happens to be really expensive, even though it doesn't look like much of anything, because it's considered to be like one of the highest vibrational stones on the planet. So like this little guy is, it's not, I mean, it's only $850. This one's $390. I mean, they're affordable just because they're tiny little pieces. If you got a big one, they're going to be really expensive. But anyway, so Phenokite has one of the highest vibrations, like I said. And by the way, this information is from the book The Crystal Bible by Judith Hall. It contacts the angelic realms and the ascended masters, purifying and integrating, bringing the spiritual vibrations down to earth. It resonates with the etheric body, activates the light body, and aids the ascension process. Heals the soul and purifies the subtle and physical bodies to provide a suitable vehicle for it. Its energies are only available to those who have prepared themselves by shifting their personal vibration to a higher level. It stimulates the third eye and activates the higher crown chakras, again, enhancing inner knowing. So, you know, if you're not feeling the energy of it, maybe you haven't raised your vibration high enough yet. But I felt it, like when the person that I was getting it from, she did a little test on me, and I did feel a little buzzing in my hand. And some people are more sensitive than others, but so if you want to like wear, since they don't really make jewelry out of it, we do have these little spiral cages that you could put one in. We have 4 different sizes. Here's the tiniest one, and there's a little stone inside that one, so you could see you can make like a little charm for a necklace. You can even make earrings out of them, and if you need help, we can make them for you. So that was so this is the extra small. Here's the small, and we have them in silver and gold. Here's the medium, and here's the large. You know, these stones can really help us out, and I think we can use all the help we can get, right? And then lastly, I want to share petalite with you. So we have tumbled petalite. Petalite's a nice light pink stone. It has a nice feel to it. It enhances angelic connection, aids in spiritual purification. It's protective. It enhances meditation and attunement. It takes you to a very calm and clear spiritual dimension. It's also considered a shamanic stone as well, and provides a safe environment for spiritual contact or for a vision quest. It activates and energizes the process, and at the same time grounds during spiritual activity, opens the throat and higher crown chakras again, linking to high spiritual vibrations, moves you beyond your present metaphysical abilities, linking you to the highest levels of spiritual knowing, and facilitates speaking of what you see during spiritual visions. So you can see these 3 stones are highly, highly high vibrational, and if you work with them all together, I just can imagine you'll be flying high. So that's a little bit about that, and I hope that all made sense to you. Let me know if you have any questions. It's kind of out there stuff, right? It's very, very metaphysical, but I know I have it clear in my mind. I don't know if I communicated that clear enough, but if I didn't, let me know and I'll try to explain more. So hope to see some of you tomorrow for our 420 contest, and until then, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Cheers.